That is something that's really interesting. I know that in my own practice, because I do see so many oncology patients, it's heavy. I lose patients, and it's part of being in this field. It breaks my heart every time. I never get used to it. I have to do a lot of intentional self-care stuff to kind of make sure that I stay grounded. What do you do? Because I know that you're in that same heavy space with folks, and I know that on occasion you lose patients and it is just as devastating. And kind of, how do you take care of you in the midst of all of this?
Yeah, it's a work in progress. I don't know if I could completely write the book on it right now. I'm always working on it because there's hard times where I don't, feel like I have as much of a grasp on it, and then there are times when I feel like I have done enough self-care or whatever it may be. So I really try to intention to give myself the space to, well, first of all, not overwork. So, really try to recognize the number of hours I'm putting in on a daily basis, and, be okay stopping at a certain time or not continuing that. I came up to Oregon so I could get some land. I think it's really important to me to connect with nature, to be outside. We
Yeah.
have a little mini farm. We have, some animals and stuff like that I can talk about sometimes, and places for my kids to run around and play, a little tree house and stuff. So I can even look out my window and feel like a sense of calm too, rather than being in a city for me. It's not just like where I am in my life. So my environment is incredibly important and integral.
Yeah.
And then foundations of health, eating healthy, sleeping well. It's all very important. I've come to this true recognition that I almost have to be attentive to those things, or else nothing else works. That I've really done a lot of working on my diet, and really eating healthy. And even when you're stressed, it's easy to stress eat or do things just to have more discipline in that environment, and it's really made a difference for me personally. And exercise, movement, and just all of it. So you have to keep your body healthy, you have to keep your mind healthy, you have to have other hobbies. Like you can see, music stuff back there for me, for example. Reading about other more interesting things, or maybe just even reading, fiction or something, or whatever, reading about history, nature, other things. You gotta find other interests too, to get your mind into other spaces, and that'll help a lot. As I said, I don't know if I've quite mastered it yet in this game, because this is pretty intensive work, as you know, but it's a work in progress. And just like you're learning at large about how to help people the best, you're learning how to help yourself too through this process. A
Yeah.
lot of my patients teach me how to better help myself. And maybe it's just looking in the mirror and saying the same thing to yourself that you said to them. That
Right.
may be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Or maybe a recognition, a realization that they had, and you're like, wow, that might actually apply to me too. Maybe I should have thought about that. Uh, the doctors make the worst patients, they say, right?
Oh, yes.
And
Yeah.
treating yourself is not advised.
Oh, I am a terrible patient. I self-doctor. I'm the worst.
Oh, we're
Everyone
guilty.
can
We're all
attest to
guilty
it.
of it.